what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to BodyBags. It's week 220, and I'm your Sunday host, Bourgie86, here again. Yes, guys, it's that time for the Sunday review, and I got another creature feature from you guys today. Yes, I'm on a little creature feature kick these past few weeks. I love me some creature features, and this one's a very interesting one. It comes from the year 1989. Of course, it's produced by Corman. And it's part of this double feature pack, which I'm a really big fan of these the Roger Corman cult classics double features. And that, of course, goes by the title of The Terror Within. Yes, right there in the little corner right there. And it's paired with Dead Space, which is a very interesting film on its own right. This is actually a pretty cool double feature to go with. And pretty much, though, we're going to be reviewing The Terror Within. Now, this film has an interesting cast. We got George Kennedy, of course, Academy Award winner, and Andrew Stevens, who I've seen in numerous movies. Is actually one of my favorite Brian De Palma films of all time, The Fury, and he's also in 10 to Midnight. And we have a few other side cast members that are very recognizable, the chick from The Nest is in this film. Not the main girl, but the one who plays the evil scientist girl from The Nest. She's in this film also. Pretty much the main plot of this one, we're introduced to this post-apocalyptic setting where this group of scientists is actually in this underground science research facility where they're doing research and trying to scourge the desert land for food to survive. And on one of their patrols to try to find food, two of their members actually are killed. So what ends up happening is they go to try to investigate what happened, and they find this girl out in the middle of the desert, and it's very odd for them because they didn't know if anything could survive out the desert. So they end up bringing her back to the research facility and find out that she is pregnant, but her pregnancy is a very odd one because a day goes by and her pregnancy multiplies by from 1 month to 8 months sporadically. So they end up trying to get the fetus out of her, but unbeknownst, this creature thing comes out of the fetus, and we find out what this creature is this form of mutation from the surface that reproduces from impregnating and raping women, and it pretty much is one of these creatures is now locked in their research facility. So it turns into a alien setting where they have to try to figure out how to stop this creature and survive. That's pretty much the gist of the plot of this one. Now, my thoughts on it. Like I said, with it being alien in a way, they do a lot of alien type hunting the creature type scenes in this film, and even going through the air ducts of the facility in this film. Which, you see here and there, and it happens in a lot of these type of contained creature feature settings. But what I do like about this one is the characters. Now, the characters in this one are very interesting. I do like the dynamic of the characters interacting with each other within the film, and I like how they have a kind of bond. So you have characters that you could relate to, and stuff like that, especially alien characters, which you do root for and are interested in what's going on with them as characters in the film, which helps the film immensely. And I gotta say, the creature looks fucking awesome. He's a dude in some rubber prosthetic suit, and the way that he crawls it's very interesting how this creature interacts and how it defends itself and stuff, and it's just very interesting. One of the creature's weaknesses, as we find out in the film, and just the dynamic of the tension building with the creature is very alien setting. Like I said before, it's pretty much an alien ripoff in a way. Instead of in outer space, it's in on this underground layer. But yeah, it has some good gore to it too. It has some good kills and stuff. It's very gore-tastic, especially with some aspects of the creature attacking people, which you gotta love if you're a gore hound and you love your Roger Corman creature features. It doesn't disappoint in that department. Not a lot of nudity though. There are some sensuality scenes within the film. It's kind of delving into that Corman aspect, but it's not overblown like Humanoids of the Deep, nudity, that type of deal. But it doesn't really need it for this type of film either. You just get like a character-driven character piece with like some awesome characters and some awesome performances. George Kennedy's awesome in the film. The girl from The Nest, Therese, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. I probably butchered it, but she was also in Alienation, the TV series. That's how I remember her also from. Terrific in the role. I like how her character is kind of like a side character from like the beginning of the film, but then it grows into like one of the main characters throughout it without giving too much away. But it's a really awesome like way that her character develops throughout the film. And Andrew Stevens is badass in this film. He has like a crossbow and just hunting down this creature and stuff. Really awesome shit. And really tense score. I really like the score of this one. Very tense. Who did the score? Rick Conrad, who was a composer, I don't know, but his score is really good for like this little B-movie goodness right here. So if I had to rate The Terror Within, I'm going to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. Super fun creature feature, very contained setting, and if you are a fan of Alien, you're going to like this one for what it is and appreciate it, and it has some good like moments to it, and it's a very fucking awesome movie. Like, my rating's pretty much for the gist of some of the scenes, like, you've seen it, done it before, that type of deal. But other than all, it's still a fun film. So 7.5 out of 10 for The Terror Within. And interestingly enough, I know this one actually has a sequel. I believe Code Red put it out on Blu-ray and through Kino. It's on DVD now. So I might check that one out to see how it is. I never saw the sequel before. I wanted to check this one out. And Dead Space, I might actually review one day on this channel. I don't know yet. Always wanted to review Dead Space, which is actually a remake of Forbidden World in a way. But I wanted to rewatch Forbidden World to cross-reference them. You know what I mean? Like that type of deal. But overall, this is a very fun double feature from Shout Factory, actually. Roger Corman called Classics line. So yeah, 7.5 out for The Terror Within. Alright guys, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll be back next week with another one. And I think actually the week after is our theme week. I kind of get them mixed up sometimes. But then again, I'll be back with another random one for you guys next week. So I'll see you then. Peace out.